Today is July 5th, and hopefully everybody had a good 4th of July. I just posted a relatively short video of some fireworks that were from the local high school. Nothing special. I was just filming from my house and just kind of edited down a little bit. It was about a half an hour, and I don't seem to think that they were as impressive as last year, but I have got an absolute ton of mail today. An absolute ton. I will show a picture of something that I didn't have right here at the moment, maybe at the end of the video or whatever, to go with the autograph I was talking about here. But we'll just jump into the pile here because it's a huge pile. This one came from Boston, Massachusetts with my stamp there. And it was wrapped up in an envelope inside. I thought it was an envelope of nothing. I didn't really understand. But it was a bookplate for a financial guru, Peter Lynch. And I have his book that was copyright 1987 or 90 or something like that. To Henry, best wishes on your investing. Do research. Peter Lynch. So that's really awesome. And I don't think a lot of people have tried to write to him. I just found his private address and send it off. The next one is an amazing success, and I've seen several other YouTubers get him. And I have a personal 2-page handwritten note explaining all kinds of stuff here, right here. I also got bonus items in my 8x10 envelope. And this is from none other than Mr. McFeely, aka David Newell, from Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. And if you saw the speedy delivery right there, that is just amazing. So if you write to Mr. Newell, write a real nice letter, because he probably gets a lot of mail. But he sent me 2 extra autographs because he couldn't read my name very well. So he changed it up a little bit, and I got 2. Amazing. Really awesome there. He couldn't say if it's Henry or something else, so then I just so that's pretty awesome. That's what he usually sends out. There is a picture of him and Mr. Rogers right there doing some sort of artwork there. This is actually a advertisement for 1998 first class mail something or other advertisement, so that's pretty neat. And there's one with a hot air balloon and Mr. Rogers. And probably why he gave me that one is because this is the picture I found a while back ago. Speedy delivery from Mr. McFeely. He didn't put my name on that one, but there wouldn't have been a lot of room. He would have had to stick it in the margin there, and I think that looks pretty nice anyway. And that's him with Maggie Stewart. Is it Maggie Stewart? Yeah, Maggie Stewart. That's from probably the early 90s, I'm guessing. But that's really, really neat, and I'm going to send him a postcard for all that wonderful stuff that he gave me. So there's that, and he protected it in some green paper, which I might save as well. Just keep everything together. And there's my large envelope there that I had sent, and the stamps got canceled. There was an extra 15 cents put on there because he added some extra stuff, I think is what happened. Then I have some eBay purchases, and these are pretty cool. These I had to buy because I could not find a separate picture that was less than $15 of this particular actor. And I will show you that one first, the whole reason. I was going to write to Frank Bonner, and I couldn't find much in the way of pictures of him that were cheap. Frank Bonner being in WKRP and the new WKRP, or the redo of it, back in the 90s, 80s or 90s. And then this is the original WKRP cast, with Dr. Johnny Fever, who used to sign Howard Hessman. And most of these guys, I think Lonnie Anderson might sign, but who knows if it's real. And Tim Reed used to be a great signer. He doesn't sign anymore. I have a signed check by Gordon Jump. He's long since deceased. I've tried to find Gary Sandy. I think that just disappeared into thin air. Who knows? So Frank Bonner right there. He played Herb Tarlick, the crazy salesman. And then there's some little information on the back, CBS right there. This is some older generation copy of that picture. And it came with these other ones. That was high bid, or high auction bid, and it went up to about $4.50 plus shipping, so it's almost $9. But as I said, I would be paying $10 or $15 at least just for that one picture. One similar to that, there's a Pamela Anderson Baywatch photograph. There's another cast shot, but Frank and Herb Tarlick are not in there. Frank Bonner's a good signer. And then there's Three's Company, the Ropers, Norman Fell and Audra Lindley. I think they have both passed on. I'm not really sure. I know Norman Fell has. And there's David Don't Hassle the Hoff. So there's that one. So that's kind of cool to have those. Add those. They're just bonus material. And then I have more stuff even. If I can find it. Here's a postcard from, I think it's Brawley, California. It's somewhere near Slab City. Somewhere there's the sand dunes there. Slab City is a famous, or maybe Salton Sea. Maybe somewhere down that way. That's what I'm guessing. So there's that, and there is the cancel. I just used a Lombardi stamp. That's what I had laying around. And then I should have some cards here. Oops. Move the camera. Great. And now to the part that everybody's probably been waiting for. I have 3 really amazing vintage cards here. They're all Bowman, and they're all 1940s cards, and these are the first 1940s Bowmans I have. 2 of them are listed in, I think were poor condition. No, one of them was listed as poor, the other one was listed as fair, and the other one was listed as VG. So we'll start off with the football card here first. This is 1948. Let me just take it out of the holder here because you won't be able to see the back here. 1948 Bowman, and this is Bob Mann. And Bob Mann was one of the earlier African Americans that played in the football. And there he is, tiny little black and white card there. Kind of a cool shot there. I don't know if you can see that. And then a lot of these had offers on the back of them. This is for some sort of 4-leaf clover lapel pin. Why anybody would want that, I don't know. There's the back of it. And this guy's long since deceased. I think he died in the 90s. I'm not really 100% sure. This is number 47 of a series of 198, I think it is. Something like that, 180. The print is so tiny on that, and the red is impossible to read there. I did my Wikipedia research on Bob Mann, but I kind of forgotten already, but that's kind of neat. And then we have 2 interesting cards here from 1949 Bowman, and this is Gene Hermansky, and everybody knows a story about him and Jackie Robinson, but if you don't know, supposedly he was the one that suggested that they all use Jackie Robinson's number during the game so that no sniper can get him during the game, and then they'll be confused which player was who. I think that's what that was all about, and there's that, and good Dodger ball player, a Brooklyn Dodger right there. Not super valuable. By the way, these cards, this Hermansky I think was $3 from the baseball card exchange, and it looks really awesome condition. I mean that could be put in a holder unless it's trimmed or anything. This one I think was the one that was fair. And then this one was, this one was the VG, that's right, this one was VG. And then we have this one, Johnny Schmitz. I just liked this one because it had a nice looking Chicago uniform. And there's that one there. This one was the one that was fair because of the top staining on the edge or whatever, on the top edge there. But again, these look really awesome. This was $225 plus shipping. Crazy. And this is a much smaller set. This is a series of like 48 or something. So it could be theoretically, 240, I'm sorry. Why was I thinking of the smaller set? This is 240, never mind. This was the smaller set here. Yeah, 190, so yeah. And you can see the size difference is not very much, but this one, because it's black and white, looks a lot smaller. And then I think I showed you the back of this one, another offer for some sort of ring on the back of this one there. So those are really amazing pickups. The other one came from, this one, the football card came from Serious Sports Cards. So 2 major card vendors on eBay. Really cool stuff there. These are not my oldest cards by any means, but these are very, very affordable, nice additions that several people have mentioned on YouTube, and I couldn't believe I got those. They were all buy it now. This one was, I think, $4.50 or $4.99. It was under $5. I just can't believe it. So if you do your research on some of these players, you'll get some neat ones like Gene Hermansky. I remember the Dodgers and Yankees used to be very expensive when I was a kid. There was a premium for that. There doesn't seem to be so much anymore. Maybe a little bit, but for $3, that was just stupid to let it sit there and have somebody else take it away. So there's some neat stuff there. I talked too long. Best mail day I've had all year practically, and thank you for watching.